3, 2, 1.
This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.
And welcome in again. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Thanks for having patience before I bring out more shows, because I tell you what, guys, I have been absolutely sick as I've never been in my life. This flu bug that caught Stevie, woof, knocked me off my feet, and for quite a few days I had no voice. I mean, I was coughing up blood and everything, so it wasn't a good scene. It's a good scene now. I'm back with the living. I'm out of the dead zone. And it feels good to actually be talking again. Big thanks to you guys for your patience. I really mean it, and I do apologise for not getting a show out before. Like I say, the brain fog of this flu bug, unbelievable. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back, and thanks for all the well wishes. So many wonderful little comments have come in from you guys, and like I say, in the beginning days I couldn't even answer the comments because I had no brain. That's how bad it was. So back in there, energy levels are good. I'm with Canada once more. So let's get going. And again, I say thank you to all the poets who comment down below. And thank you for all the subscribers who joined recently. You're going to love these shows that we go through. Tonight, or today, or this morning, wherever you get this show, it's going to be a little bit like edgy. There's some stuff in there that I don't always bring. But some things have happened in the last couple of days and weeks that needed to be highlighted. So get ready, hold on. It's the same kind of format, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. The first thing I'm going to talk about is Richarlison. Richarlison of Everton. I don't know whether you caught it on the weekend, the Everton and the Chelsea game, the 1-0 win for Everton. Big up to them for their survival hopes. Will Everton survive? Comment down below, guys. Are Everton going to get relegated? Let me know your thoughts. Any Toffees fans out there, join in. See the blue behind? That must make you feel good, Everton. Come on. Down below, drop me a comment. Are Everton going down? Anyway, on the weekend, Richarlison. You know, he's the kind of a guy that looks like he seems like he's got the deer in the headlights sort of situation. If you ever watch him, it's hilarious. It really is hilarious. He dances around the field, and I'm not saying anything about his mental ability or anything like that, but I tell you what, he scores goals and he plays fantastic, and he plays with passion. He gives his heart for Everton, and he doesn't skip a beat. But on the weekend, after he scores a goal when Chelsea mess up in defence, another embarrassing goal, man. When are they going to get out of this stupidity in defending? It's unbelievable. It's embarrassing. But anyway, Richarlison grabs a goal when he shouldn't have got it. But what happens after the fact? Take a look at the picture. Richarlison sees three flares on the ground, runs over to them, and launches it into the crowd. Take a look. Not the greatest picture, but that's all we can come up with. Ask yourself this question. Does he deserve a red card for doing that? Absolutely, it's a red card offence. He should have been sent off right there and then. What's the referee not doing? He's not enforcing the law. You see, the fans can be arrested and ejected and go to court at a later date. I don't think you can condone a professional footballer throwing a flare that's still burning back into the crowd. Yes, it came out of the crowd, but you're not supposed to throw it back. Is he going to get banned? Is he going to get a retrospective red card? We're just going to have to wait and see. But like I say, Mr. Deer in the headlights did a really silly thing. Anyway, think of it what you will. Does he deserve red? Does he deserve a ban? Your take? Love to hear what you're bringing. Next thing I'm going to touch on is it's about Ian Wright. And with Ian Wright, I've been a big fan of Ian Wright for decades. As a little boy, I used to go watch Ian Wright play for Crystal Palace. Never Arsenal. I was not an Arsenal fan. That was North London. I lived in South London. But Ian Wright was a big goal scorer for the Palace. All Eagles fans love this guy to this day. But what he did recently killed decades of respect I have for Ian Wright. And Ian, I'm talking right at you. I watched him play fantastic football for years and years and years. A happy guy, a real thrill to watch because of that massive big smile of Ian's. I mean, happiest guy in the world. I don't know what happened to the guy. Over the last couple of years, he seems to have turned into a miserable old man, only in my opinion, okay? And I still had respect for Ian up until about maybe 3 weeks ago, when I saw the video. What am I saying? I think the outburst and the profanities that are in there, the attack on the fans, etc., I think is not even needed to be said. Marcus Rashford was the attacked person by the fans for playing so badly for so long that United fans gave him a little bit of abuse. And remember, go down below, guys. There's a video down below of Marcus Rashford putting up the finger. Notice I didn't put the finger up, but he's putting up the finger to United fans as he's leaving Old Trafford. That's where this all stemmed from, with Ian Wright and his outrage and his outburst and his F-bomb ladled outburst. Remember, this is F-bomb loaded. I don't need to swear. This guy shouldn't be swearing. Let's face it, he represents the masses on TV talking football. He's gone to World Cups and talked the game for England. What kind of person puts a TikTok video out like this?
Yo, what's up, everybody? What a beautiful day. Listen, just got to address something I saw. Someone just sent me the Marcus Rashford video where he confronted the fans because the fans were digging him out, and he offered one of them out. I don't know who's doing it, man. Who's doing this apologising for him? What the fuck's he apologising for that for? These people quick to, oh, I'm so sorry. That's what gives these fans that fuel, think they can just dig people out. Marcus, stand your ground, bro. Tell them about their rascal out self, yes? You know what I mean? You got these people jumping on fucking, oh, Marcus is so sorry. Don't be fucking sorry for that, bro. Some of them fans love giving it, they can't take it, man. You just do your stuff, get back to where you need to be, bro, where you're playing. Fuck them fans, bro. Everybody, have a nice day, man.
The F-bombs and the Rasklart statement and F the fans and the rest of it. How do you get to that stage? It looks like he's lost his mind. It looks like he's lost fun in the game. And quite frankly, the authorities need to have a word with him to curb that kind of behaviour. If you're going to be talking the game on TV and on radio, you don't get to swear to the fans, you don't get to berate the fans, and you don't get to defend professional footballers that can defend themselves. So at the end of the day, all that respect I had for Ian Wright and all the fun he gave me over the years has disappeared. It will never come back, and I can't accept an apology from him on this behaviour. What I can accept is he gets reprimanded and puts in his place and does not do this again. If you think I'm offside with this, let me know down below, guys. But I tell you what, Ian Wright should not have been saying the things he said. And like I say, I've got no respect for Ian anymore. I don't dislike the guy, but I've lost all that fun that he gave me, and that big smile and that lovely person. Where is it? What happened to him? Down below, guys, tell me what you think about that video. Just saying. Now on to something even better. Talking about Richie LARYEA and Nottingham Forest. Last three games, Ricky's played twice. He's come on in the last 10 or 15 minutes in the second half in both games, and that's fantastic. Because remember, Jed Spence is keeping Ricky out of the team. And Spence is playing great, but once he's moved on to another team, and he might not move. If Forest get promoted, he might think about sticking around. Maybe not, but that's something to think about. But as for Ricky, things are looking good. Forest are now playing a game tomorrow. That's why we're bringing this now. Forest are playing a game tomorrow at Bournemouth on the south coast in England. Bournemouth are second in the league and Forest are third. Take a look at the standings. If Forest win this game, they go second. And if they win their final game, they will be promoted to the Premier League. It's been an absolute phenomenal race to the end of the season for Forest. Stevie Cooper, the coach, has done a phenomenal job. Forest's ground reminds me of the 70s and the 80s and the heyday, because that's the atmosphere at City Ground, Nottingham. It's absolutely phenomenal. They've just got it rocking in every department at Nottingham Forest. And if Brian Clough is looking down from heaven, boy, is his heart going to feel warm to see Forest get back in the Premiership, because it was Brian that was relegated with Forest all those years ago, and he wasn't scolded. He was treated as a hero. Remember back in the day, Forest, 2 big European Cups back to back. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I can only think of one team that's ever done that in England. Begins with L. Down below, tell me if you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, Forest are playing Bournemouth tomorrow. List it. If you're on DAZN, it's on DAZN TV tomorrow, so you'll be able to watch it. Or go online, Roja Directa or Live TV online. Legal, not legal, but you can get to watch the games. But Forest, I hope and I pray they win, because I'd love to see the Forest get back in the Premiership, and I'd love to see Ricky get there without having to go for another team. So it's all lining up beautiful for Ricky. Let's hope it happens. But tomorrow, Forest at Bournemouth. Forest need to win, and if Bournemouth win, well then Forest will probably go into a playoff final against, we'll take a look. This is what I'm predicting for the playoff final. But if Forest win tomorrow and win their last game, well, that won't need to take place, because they'll already be there, and it'll be Bournemouth who play Huddersfield in the playoff final. At any rate, Huddersfield are going to be in that playoff final. So, now you know more. Let's keep our fingers crossed and everything else crossed for Ricky and the Forest, and let's see a win on the South Coast. I'm going to be watching it. I am going to be watching that game. I hope you are too. Talking Premier League now, Liverpool, Man City. Who do you think is going to win the Premier League? 4 games left for each team. Who's going to win it? I see Man City has an easier ride to the end of the season. Doesn't mean they've got the championship at all. But I can see Man City's got a slightly easier ride than Liverpool. And Liverpool's still got an FA Cup final to go for, yeah? In between all of that. So, you got to think. 4 games to glory for both of those teams. Personally, I don't mind who wins this. I really don't. But I've got to say, it could go either way. And if you think of Jurgen Klopp over at Liverpool, it doesn't matter what team he puts out. He always changes the lineup, but the results are always the same. And you can say the same for Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. And now Jesus, he started to score goals. Maybe they don't sell him to Arsenal next season. Maybe he stays where he is. But with 4 games left, Man City, Liverpool, it could go either way. You tell me who's going to win the Premiership. And second to that, don't forget, both these teams might be contesting the Champions League final in a matter of days too. Who's going to win that one? Man City or Liverpool? There's a lot up for grabs for those 2 teams. And also, if Liverpool do win the league, do win the FA Cup, and then take the Champions League, they will have completed a quad of trophies that's never been completed by an English team ever like that. You've had Man United with the big 99 team when they won 3 trophies, and a few other teams have gone close too. But this Liverpool team is on for glory. I think it might be too much of a stretch for 4 trophies, because normally I've seen teams lose 1 of those trophies. For me, the FA Cup is a stepping stone for the quad to disappear. Can Chelsea pull it off? We just don't know. We're going to have to wait for that game too. But like I say, with games to go, Liverpool has got a total of 7 games left on the season, and Manchester City has 6. That's 1 game less for Manchester City. That might make the difference in rehab, rest and recuperation, rotation. It might factor in. I'm going to go with Man City to win the Championship, the Premiership, the English League. I think there's a good chance, though, that Liverpool might take the Champions League. We'll just have to wait and see. Comment down below, guys. Let me know what you're thinking. Here's the games. Take a look for Man City and for Liverpool. Liverpool winning things, repeating history. When I was a kid in the 70s and the 80s, Liverpool used to mop everything up. They used to win the whole shebang. So Champions Leagues, which were called European Cups, Division 1 titles, which is now the Premiership, FA Cups, League Cups, all sorts of cups, Community Shields. It was like they were the team to win everything, and they did. Well, guess what? They're starting to repeat the dynasty. I don't think that the last couple of years is going to end anytime soon, and when you think that the money coming into Liverpool is millions and millions and millions more than they've ever had, and they've got this squad and they've got titles, and it doesn't seem like there's going to be an end to anything. The only thing that can ruin this right now is a bad result in the next game in Champions League, and maybe a bad result in the FA Cup, and maybe not win the title. But staying within the past, they won everything. It was great to watch. I loved watching Liverpool play in the day. It was pure football, and it was pure enjoyment. And there was none of this, I'm going to say it, there was no VAR, there was only one substitute. Goalkeepers could get passed back to and pick it up. It was a totally different game. In fact, it was a better game. It was a much better game than we've got now. We've got all the technology, but one thing is not changing, is Liverpool and winning titles. This is going to continue for years to come. They've built something now that looks to me like a Manchester United of the past, and I'm sorry, Liverpool fans, to use that word on you, seeing as how you're such big rivals. But the point of the matter is, Liverpool are making history again, and I don't see an end to this. I see this going on for at least another 5 years before there's a dent in Liverpool's fortunes. So, Liverpool used to win everything, they're doing it again, there's no end in sight, and if you're a Scouse fan, you must be loving it. Okay guys, that's all we've got time for today. I'll bring more in the next show, and all those edgy points. Remember, I loved Ian Wright as a forward, scoring goals at Crystal Palace as a young kid growing up. But I just can't understand why he's turned so sour and he seems so angry. From a guy that was so happy all the time, why would you turn into somebody who looks miserable at the game, who hasn't got a good thing to say? It looks like he's lost his fun in the game. Anyway, comment down below, guys. Let me know what you're thinking. It's great to be back, and like I say, whew, that's a flu bug you don't need. Hope you enjoyed the show. Come back more later in the week. Thanks, guys.
3, 2, 1.
This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.